have to find out.
The world must prepare for a potential pandemic.
You called the surge a humanitarian disaster.
More than 3 million of us have already voted.
The year 2020, a most unusual year. It started with a global pandemic caused by the CCP virus, and its conclusion is with the US election, with all eyes of the world watching closely. The CCP and the United States have become the key players, and they are polar opposites. My name is Joshua Phillip. I'm an investigative reporter for the Epoch Times in New York. In April this year, we released our documentary investigating the origins of the CCP virus that was watched by over 100 million people. Every day since then, I've been following the CCP virus on its path of terror, as well as other related events that have rocked the world, like the Hong Kong national security law,
seen the Chinese Communist Party,
China-India conflicts, South China Sea disputes, and the Taiwan Strait crisis.
I'll be doing again these live Q&As.
My schedule, now packed with daily live shows and even more interviews, has just had to keep up with this unusual year. Then election season hit. The 59th US presidential election garnered a historic turnout from the American people. Compared to the last election in 2016, 20 million more votes were counted. Emotions were high. We've never seen anything like it. On November 3rd, the thrill of election night, which only comes once every 4 years, was upon us. Yet after midnight, no clear victory celebration was in sight. Counting in key swing states paused. Donald Trump's campaign announced it would demand a stop on tallying ballots and take legal proceedings all the way to an appeal at the Supreme Court. And then, almost unanimously, mainstream media ignored the pending legal challenges and 4 days later declared Joe Biden the winner.
We've reached a historic moment in this election. We can now project
that former Vice President Joe Biden has been elected President of the United States.
And if that wasn't unusual enough, the most startling allegations, reports of irregularities at voting sites, began to surface.
It was disturbing.
We just want a fair election.
I felt insidious fraud going on.
The allegations were not only questioning the fairness of the voting process, but even suggested possible fraud of stealing the election. The U.S. is a beacon of freedom and democracy. The integrity of the U.S. election impacts not only the future of the United States, but that of the entire world. Where are the facts? Is there any truth behind these allegations? Is the election indeed being stolen? We have to dig in. We have to find out. On November 3rd, 2020, I didn't host my usual program. Instead, like so many Americans who care about the future of our country, I was closely watching the election results in real time, live on air with the Epoch Times' sister media, NTD Television, during their election night coverage.
2020 has been kind of the year of unpredictability. If you look at...
And by midnight, Trump and Biden had won their expected strongholds. Trump had won the key swing state of Florida, which has 29 electoral